I sold this Westhoff wooden 7-slot drawer countertop knife storage holder organizer. That's a lot to say. For $18 plus shipping, they paid $33.15. I think I picked it up for just a couple of dollars. And yeah, I'm going to show you how to pack and ship it. Keep watching. This knife holder is a little bit challenging because it's at 17 inches. This is my longest priority mail box that's rectangular, but I've got an idea. I don't know if it's going to work yet. It's going to take some piecing. I mean, I do have to wrap this in some bubble wrap first. Check the height in this box. Yeah, I can put some bubble wrap around here first. Got 3 pieces of large 1/2-inch bubble wrap, and guess what? It doesn't make it. Can you believe that? Let's try one more piece in the middle. Let's get this taped on using masking tape. Tuck this under, add a little bit of tape, some in the center, turn it around. Pretty good. Let's get the thank you label on here. Let's run these 30 up on a sheet of labels. Just says thank you, shop again soon, Devontae Avenue. Make sure my tape is pressed down. Now let's check this again. Since I've beefed it up a little bit, I'm going to make a little mark right about here. And I'm going to cut this box. Let me get my cutting board. Got this at Walmart, not sponsored. A ruler, utility knife. Scoot the camera back a little bit. How's that? I am going to cut this the entire length. Got this end even, got it on the line, going to cut it. Why is it not cutting? All right, that's better. So what I have here, got 2 halves. Start with this one. I got pretty high on this, didn't I, when I put that bubble wrap on here? Don't give up on me yet. I'm putting these 2 together, and yes, I have to deal with the end still. But first things first, I'm going to tape this, and some temporary tape to hold it in place. I'm going to run some tape the whole length. And below this video, you can find a link for my pack and ship supplies, the bubble wrap, the tape, the Scotch tape. Their Amazon doesn't cost you any more than it costs me, so thank you for that. Let's turn it over. Temporary tape. We have to deal with these open ends, and we will. I have to get another box. I'll be right back. I went out to get a whole box, but I ended up coming back with a piece of a box, and I think I can make this work. What I need is to make end caps for this. So let's see. Let's get a pen, and I'm just going to line this up and make a mark, and I'm going to cut on this mark. I'll show you. Just keep watching. My cutting board again, and a ruler, and the utility knife. Okay, here we go. What I'm trying to do is get 2 end caps out of this. And I only need them to be 3 to 6 inches long in the center. I'm going to put a smaller cutting board inside. I'm going to find my center point. Right now it's at about 11.5. Well, I said I only needed these to be about 4 inches long. I'm just going to mark off 4 inches from that end and 4 inches from this end. I'm going to make a couple of cuts. As I said, I wanted 4 inches here and 4 inches there, and I need to do that on the other side as well. Well, now it's open all the way, so that's pretty easy. I need 4 inches from the seam, 4 inches from this fold. When I get it all together here, you'll see what I'm doing. There's 1 and 2. I've cut 2 end flaps from some scrap, regular priority mail, not flat rate. Just going to fit this over the end. I'm going to tape this on. Just want to hold it in place for now. It's not perfect, but it's going to work. And now let's tape it. also on the ends. And the other end. I think I'm going to add some more tape here. Let's do the other end. Not all packages are pretty. This one's not. It's all bubble wrap inside. It's protected. A little more on the end this direction. Very odd shaped box. I would have preferred to have complete flaps here, but I thought this would be the fastest and simplest way. I think it's going to work. So when you have something odd shaped, well, I guess package it oddly and get it in the mail. This cutting board is going out to, I wonder if he's a chef, KM in New York. Get it in the mail. Another piece of my Mikasa dishes sold that I found at the Restore. Vintage Japan Mikasa Pattern Blue Daisies. There's the daisy. Sold for $30 plus shipping. Nice sale. I wonder why they didn't pay sales tax. Where do they live? They live in Oregon and they didn't pay sales tax. Okay, good for them. Let's get it packed. I'm going to start with some foam wrap. Wrap each piece separately. I see some glitter on here. We just did Christmas ornaments a few minutes ago. So, got some glitter. It's funny. Do this on the diagonal. Little piece of masking tape. Add another piece here. Then we have the lid. And we do have this handle that I'm a little concerned about. Might give that some extra protection. Got some small pieces of scrap bubble wrap. Small bubble wrap. Let's do this. Let's take this and wrap this around a little bit, folding it in half. I keep every scrap of packing material. I rarely throw anything away. I think that's pretty good. Cut this. I'm just using some regular tape for this. I don't want it to be too hard to take off. More foam wrap, but I am concerned still about this part here being higher. Just cutting up a piece of large 1/2-inch bubble wrap. I'm going to cut it all in half again. Just going to fit this in on each end as I foam wrap this and tape it. Again, using my masking tape from the dispenser. You can find the link in the description below the video. All right, I like to put these back together. Now, I could small bubble wrap them at this point, and I think I will. It's a $30 butter dish. So let's see here. Start with some small. The foam is to protect the finish. The small is the first layer of protection. Let me get some small for this. I don't think one sheet's going to do it, so I went ahead and grabbed a little more. You know what I haven't done? Kind of blew it because I always fill this void, and I didn't do it the way I wrapped this. I'm not going to believe I'm going to do this, but I am. I'm going to stuff this bubble wrap in here. Now sometimes you got to get creative. A little too long. Cut some excess off. This is a day for unusual, I guess, in this pack and ship video. Putting that inside, a little piece of tape, pull the ends under, tape. Okay, now, I'm going to put these together and get a really long piece of tape and tape them together. I've got these taped together like so. I don't think it's going anywhere, but we need some large bubble wrap now. I am getting concerned about the height. Right now I'm at about 5 inches. That's okay. So I have 2 pieces of the large 1/2-inch bubble wrap, and because I don't want to get too high, because I don't want to use a super large box, I'm just going to let it meet in the middle for right now. So I'm going to trim this off so this meets in the middle, or thereabouts. Fold the ends in. And the thank you label. Right there. What I'm concerned about is the height. You know how I mentioned keep a scrap piece of cardboard around? I have this thin piece here that I use for leveling off and measuring. It's the back of a writing tablet. 5.5 inches. Depending on what you sell, this eBay 12x6x6 box that I got with my quarterly coupon has become one of my favorite boxes. I use it all the time. Let me get this assembled. And a little piece of tape on the side seam. This is going to work perfect. Yes, it is. Just happen to know that 4 of these air pillows fit perfectly in the bottom. You can find these in the link below in the description. Got some room on the sides, and typically 2 and 2 seems to work. I still need a little something on the top. I'm glad I put that extra padding around the handle. Can we do it? Can we make it work? Yes, we can. Got it taped up. I have a shelf here, and it's already in plastic, so I'm going to insert a photo here and show you what it looks like. It's a very odd shape. It's high here and low here. It's wood and it's long. It's just an odd size. What are we dealing with here? 16 inches long without bubble wrap. It's 5 inches high without bubble wrap. So we might as well bubble wrap it first and then see what we need to do for the box. Sometimes I just have to protect the item first, then find the box or alter a box or whatever. So I'm going to get this wrapped up in bubble wrap. I have 3 pieces of bubble wrap this direction. It doesn't quite make it. I've got this extra piece I can use, but I still have this area here that goes back in. And as much as I don't like to use paper because of weight, I feel that I need paper here. So I have some unprinted newspaper print. I'm just going to wad it up. I think that will do it. Put this over top. Pull these in, trying to center this shelf up, and let's give this a little piece of tape, masking tape. It's sneaking out on me. I'm going to have to push it back in there. Get in there. Fold this up, turn it around, and fold this up and tape it. Now, I always call these things the wings, and I normally let them stick out, but I think I'm going to pull them in a little more today. Mainly because I want it to fit in the box better. I have a box in mind. I'm not 100% sure it's going to work. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be protected. So, here we go. That wasn't too bad. Oh, a loose part here. I think that will work. Okie doke. I'm going to go get a couple of boxes. I'll be right back and show you what I'm going to do here. I have 2 of the USPS regular priority mail shoe boxes. I'm going to try to work with 2 of these. Let's start with one and see if this is even going to fit. I'm hoping. Oh, it's making it so far. Let's turn it over. Something's hanging up. Okay, we got it in. Obviously, the box isn't long enough. So let's go ahead and plan on using the 2 boxes. And I'm going to put 2 air pillows at this end. And you can find a link for these in the description below the video. You can get these from Amazon on my affiliate link. I'm going to push this back. I'm going to just go ahead and seal this end because I want to know how far this is going to stick out. So let's get some tape on here. I'll add some more later. This is just some tape to hold it closed for now. All right, as we can see, it's too long. Plus we need some more protection down here. I know that I want to put at least 2 more air pillows here. It's really not going anywhere. We just need to cap it. So I have this second box. Here's our flaps, and here's the end, actually past the end of where we need to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this flap down. See how it's not flat? See how this one's going flat, but this one isn't? I need to move this out further. And then I still haven't allowed for the air pillows. So I need to come out a little bit for that. So I think I'm about here. So what does that mean? I'm going to line this up because it got out of alignment. I'm going to check this one more time with the air pillows. I think I need a little more. Slide this way. I want you to see what I'm doing. Here's our original flap. We need to cover that up. Here's where our extended flaps are going to be. We need to cover this flap up and then some. We need to go past it. And I typically like to go about 3 inches past it. Taking a marker, you can measure it if you want, or you can eye it, but I need to go 3 inches past the flap. And we need to cut this before we go any further. So let's set this aside. I have my cutting board, a ruler, utility knife, and yes, I did use a pen. So I'm finding that 3-inch mark and lining this up. I'm going to cut through both layers, top and bottom. Pressing down on my ruler so it doesn't shift on me, because we all know if we don't press down on it, it will shift. This is loose. I'll save this for another project. So this is what we have. We have a new end. And if you're having trouble like I am right now, well, this is what we can do. I'm going to cave. Let's show you a trick. Let's just loosen the seam. There you go. Let's open it up. Just line everything up. Obviously this end cap needs to be slightly larger, and it's not. So I'm sort of forcing it to work. We separated it here. I am pushing this together as much as I can. Tape it. Hold it and tape it, because we have it pretty much where we need it to be. I still have to, I'm going to add more tape. Still have to add these air pillows to the end. Push that down in. How did I do on judging it? Looks pretty good, doesn't it? And as usual, I'm so distracted with getting it packaged, I forgot to put my thank you label on here. And I'm going to be taping all of this here. But let's put a piece of tape on the end. We've got it. They go different directions. The UPS goes different directions. No big deal there. Now we need to tape. Let's tape this all the way around. Do it a couple of times. We will have to take a new measurement. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Vicki with Avante Avenue. I'll see you soon. Be sure to like and subscribe. Simple sales for good profit.